A man's true character is revealed in silence, not noise. This is the Silent Kings, where men learn to move quietly and lead loudly with their actions. Today's lesson is the beautiful brutality of mastering anything worth your life. Right before I sat down to speak to you, I read a message from a man who said something like, "Is this it now? Is my life just months of trying things that don't work, testing idea after idea, watching them fall apart until I finally find one that sticks? Is this the game?" And my answer was simple. Yes, welcome. That's the best part. Because that's the moment you finally see the truth. You're not a beginner anymore. You're out of the honeymoon phase. You're now facing the part that everyone secretly hates, but every real man has to learn to love. The grind that doesn't end. You want to build a craft, a body, a business, a life that means something. Then understand this. You will spend years testing things that look perfect on paper, only to watch them fall apart in reality. You will feel hope, doubt, frustration, and boredom all in the same week. That doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. That is the work. That is the path. A lot of men think the journey is learn a bit, find the right way, and then things flow smoothly forever. They treat promotions and milestones like finish lines. You hit one level, you feel proud, and then your effort quietly drops because you thought arriving somewhere meant you could relax. It's outcome thinking. You're obsessed with where you want to end up, the money, the status, the freedom, the recognition. So when you're in that stage where you're building, testing, adjusting, and nothing looks glamorous yet, you feel like you're wasting time. But King, that messy stage is the most valuable use of your time. You can't just click your fingers and become the man who has it all handled. You have to earn him through 1,000 experiments that don't give you what you wanted, but give you what you needed. Most people want the perfect system, the perfect routine, the perfect plan, the perfect strategy. They think there's a clean method out there that just works forever. There isn't. What actually happens is this. You build yourself first. You become disciplined, patient, calm under pressure. You learn how you think, how you react, what triggers you. Then the methods you use start to fit you because you finally know who you are. I speak to a lot of serious men, different ages, different incomes, different cultures, different paths. They're not clones. They don't live the same way. They don't even solve problems the same way. But what they all share is scar tissue. Some men find it easy to walk away from a bad situation. Others cling on too long out of fear. Some are naturally bold and take too much risk early on until reality humbles them. Others are so timid that their biggest regret isn't what they lost, but what they never had the courage to try. Along the way, you also discover your tolerance, not for risk, but for reality. High-risk tolerance is often just a fancy way of saying, "I like to gamble." Real maturity is knowing what kind of pressure you can sit under without losing your mind and building a life that respects that. Every failure, every broken plan, every false start, it's all developing you. Not just your skills, but your judgment, your humility, your self-respect. You're building scar tissue. You're building patience. You're building the ability to keep moving when things look ugly. Nothing beautiful in life is built without struggle. You don't build resilience without scars. You don't build wisdom without mistakes. You don't build a man you respect without putting him through fire. And this is where reality breaks the fantasy. Many of you still want life to feel elegant, smooth plans, clean progress, no chaos. You want perfect entries and perfect timing in everything you do. You want your efforts to look cinematic. The truth is the opposite. Real growth is brutal. It's messy. It's chaotic. You will bleed. You will doubt yourself. You will feel burnt out. You will think, maybe I'm not built for this, more than once. And then, if you keep going, you realize this is the initiation. This is the rite of passage every serious man goes through. The back and forth between "I can do this" and "I'm finished" is part of the training, not a sign you're failing. Speak to any man who has built something real and let him talk freely. Underneath his calm tone and his results, you will hear the same story. Setbacks, wrong turns, missed chances, painful lessons. On the other side of all that brutality is the man you keep imagining. That's why I say the brutality is beautiful. Because once you accept that it's supposed to be hard, you stop looking for an easy version of the journey that doesn't exist. You stop resenting the struggle and start seeing it as your shaping ground. So when you feel like your life has become an endless loop of "this doesn't work either," remember, you're not stuck in hell, you're in the forge. Welcome. Enjoy the next 50 years of building yourself. Most men will never stay in the heat long enough to see who they could have become. You will. You stayed until the end. That tells me everything about the man you're becoming. Subscribe and stay close. Your training continues in the next lesson. Share this with one man who thinks struggle means he's failing, instead of realizing it means he's finally in the fight.